Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible to all. Good evening, students. This is your mentor, Shivani Sharma from mentorbuddy.com. And I would like to welcome all of you again in my session today. Today is going to be the 12th session of our series of soft skills training, which is brought to you by MentorBuddy. And I'm sure that all of you are enjoying the sessions and are learning a lot. Good evening, Damini. Good evening, Atul. Good evening, Salja. Shashank, Gauri Priya, Nikhil. Thank you so much for confirming, Damini, Divyanshi. Good evening, Shrikar, Uttam, Ved, Vaishnavi, Charukirti, Ragiru, Kalyani, Priya, Monica, Gurvinder Singh, Sushmita, Bhavya, Akshay, Omkar, Shubham, Mary Divya, Sanjana, Vishnu, and Tejashri. Good evening, students. Saurabh, Yash, Likita, good evening. Good evening, Ruthu. All right. So that was a long list of students wishing me good evening. Yeah. Good evening, Sureshri. Good evening, Jagriti, Deepti, Aniket, Madiha, Fatima, Rahul, Ajit, Mayasir, Ashlesh, Devadiga, Ramya, Saroj, Sumit, Pritika, Ajay, Sukanya, Shrisha, Kola, Shivani. Oh, we have one Shivani also in the session. Nice to know that. Erika, Vishal, Mohammed, Vaibhav, a very good evening to all. It's very hot out here. How's the weather there in your cities where you people are putting up? How's the weather out there? Is it good? I think all over India the situation is same, huh? Bhavya is saying it's cool, very cool. All right, cool, cloudy. Okay, it's raining in Tamil Nadu. Good to hear that. In Bangalore, very chill. Oh my God, raining, rainy, cloudy. It's hot and a little bit cloudy. Mangalore is pretty cool. That's good to hear, Shashank. Okay, so it's raining in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Good. Shilpa, so where are you from? Okay, Shilpa is saying Pune is cool. Pune is cool, right? Ajay is saying video on kariye, ma'am. Beta, if I'll switch on my video, then because of the bandwidth issue, sometimes the audio goes. So I think it's better that you get my voice, isn't it? We'll be having a live session very soon. So then we'll be having both audio and video on, right? It's very hot. Right. So we have down south, which is having pleasure, good, pleasant weather, but it's mostly in central part of India and northern India, it's very hot. No, I have not yet started sharing the screen. Just allow me some time. Yes, Karthik, even today I was also feeling the same that because of no rains, farmers are having a tough time. And all of us are in fact having the tough time. One, it's pandemic, all of us are getting affected by the same. Secondly, the weather is also not very favorable, right? So things are not so good, right? But we should definitely try our best in our own capacities, whatever best we can do in terms of maintaining the ecological balance, maintaining the greenery, whatever we can do in terms of planting trees, using less of air conditioners, right? So we should always do that, so that all these nature atrocities can be mitigated. Right, so let us start the session with all these words. You know what? Today we are going to have a very, very important session that is called as social media etiquette. Right? So, yes, Gurvinder, I'm just going to introduce the session. It's on social media etiquette. So, now students understand one thing, that social media is something which we all make use of every now and then. Right? I hope that all of you can see the screen now. Can you all see the screen? So today in this session, we are going to talk about something that is very, very important for all of us. That is social media etiquette. And this is something for which you don't have to wait to start with your employability. That once you will join any office or any organization, or once you start working, then only you are going to make use of this particular concept. Now, social media etiquette, that are those things which all of you should understand and make use of, right? So now let us quickly start and understand in terms of the definition, that what do we mean by social media etiquette. But before that, I have few things that I always share with all of you. I just want to have a quick check that what do you expect from the session today. What do you expect from the session today? What are your expectations when I said that we are going to talk about social media etiquette? What do you think? Okay, so got the first answer from Ruchi. She's saying to learn something. What about others? To know into depth, more information about social media. Harshita is saying social media marketing, influencing, not exactly Nikhil, knowledge, right use of social media. Yes, very good. Outcome where we can handle our social media, very good. Something new, improve ourselves, learn something new. Some protocols about how to use social media. Good answer, Shubham. Soft skills, manners to be followed, right? Something about social media usage, not to demean others on social media. Good point, Seeram Pallavi, sorry. All right, so many answers. Dignity to maintain in social media, cold emailing, LinkedIn maybe, how to control social media influence in our life, reaching out people formally, online guidelines to follow with regard to social media. Wonderful, and all the answers are absolutely right. Okay, now, yes, this is what we are going to cover today. I am not going to talk about any particular social media platform per se, but rather I'm going to talk about, the social media where all of us are present these days. Now, having a presence on social media exposes you to a lot of wanted and unwanted intruders, right? Which sometime also might, try to invade your personal space and might be harmful for you. So how to protect ourselves from all these things we will be learning today, right? So very rightly said, all the objectives, whatever objectives you have in mind and whatever I have planned to deliver today, they are absolutely aligned. So we are going to learn what is social media etiquette, and at the same time we'll also be learning what are the do's and don'ts of social media. The same ground rules, I'm sure all of you must have understood this by now, right? So all the rules remain the same, the ground rules for the class. Kindly park your questions for the last of the session. I'll be taking up the questions, right? Listen attentively, participate actively, share experience, respect each other, keep a notebook and pen ready, and write down your queries. Right. So let us try and understand first that what is social media. Social media is basically a form of electronic communication, right? So whenever you are making use of any website for social networking, or you are making use of microblogging, through which a user or a person like you creates online communities, right? Where we share information, we share ideas, we share a lot of personal messages also, and other content such as videos, right? And this definition I have taken from Merriam-Webster's. So this is what we call as social media. Now, social media includes uh, all the informal media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. These are all personal social media, and we make use of professional social media also, that is like LinkedIn, right? So these social media, no doubt, is very helpful for us in the sense that when we say that the world is a global village now, So it has helped us in improving our connectivity, right? But at the same time, every coin has two sides. So there is no blessing, where you don't have to pay a price for the same. So similar is the case with social media. We'll be learning more about it in the coming up slides. I hope the concept of social media is clear to all of you. Now, there is a very interesting term that is used very often now: etiquette and netiquette, right? So far, in the past couple of sessions, I have been talking about, professional grooming and etiquette, workplace etiquette, then video conferencing etiquette, telephone etiquette, right? Now, today, when I have to talk about social media etiquette, I can interchangeably use the word netiquette for the same. If you people remember, in the last class also, I have introduced this term netiquette. So, what exactly do I mean by this word? It's very important for all of us to understand this, right? So, netiquette is the set of professional and social etiquette, right? So, professional plus social etiquette that are practiced and advocated in electronic communication over any computer network. So all the protocols, all the etiquette that you follow, whether that be professional etiquette or social etiquette, while communicating, you know over the computer, when you're connected with the network, making use of computer, your smartphones, that is called as netiquette, right? Now, definitely there are some common guidelines which are a bare minimum that we follow in all the etiquette, like being courteous, right? Now, these are few points that goes, same for all, whether you talk about professional etiquette, whether you talk about workplace etiquette, video conferencing etiquette, telephone etiquette, and netiquette also. So being courteous, precise, and avoiding any kind of bullying, right? That is called as netiquette. So, to be very precise, etiquette on the internet is called as netiquette. Am I clear on this? Etiquette on the internet, the do's and don'ts of internet, are called as netiquette. It's as simple as that. So let us try and understand more about this netiquette word, or the social media etiquette, by looking at an interesting video. Now, in videos which are generally, audios and videos combined, I feel that they play a very important role in terms of understanding, right? And audience also, like to listen to and to see these moving animations during the presentation. After this animated video, I would be asking few questions with you, because this is a kind of an introduction to etiquette or netiquette, where we will be understanding about it more, right? Right. So just now we have seen a very, very basic, sorry. So just now we have seen a very basic, video that we often make use of while, teaching netiquette to the young students. I have used this video intentionally to show to right. So it is very important for all of us to remind ourselves of all these basic things that we have learned in our childhood, isn't it? And now, as we have grown up, as now you all are in graduation, you might be wondering that, ma'am, why is ma'am showing us all these basic things? We all are aware of this. But dear, still you will find that there are a lot of cases of cyber crime and cyber bullying that are happening in spite of the fact that all of us are aware of all these cyber crimes, right? We are consciously or unconsciously getting trapped on the social media. We know what to do and what not to do, right? If I'm going to ask you all, okay, fine, tell me five do's and five don'ts for social media etiquette, you are going to give me a list of all the right answers. But when it comes down to following all these things, are we really doing that? That is a big question that I want to pose in front of you all. And that was the only reason why I am starting from the very basics. Am I clear on this? How many of you agree with me on this? That in spite of the fact that we all know everything, we all know what we should do and what we should not do, but then also we are doing the same thing, right? So, right. So let us all revise all these points as we used to do when we were in schools, right? Our parents used to tell us everything. So similarly, I'm acting as a guardian today and telling you what you are not supposed to do on social media. Clear? Right. So let me just give you a list of all the points that you are going to, follow when you will be working on internet or whenever you are making use of social media. All right. So this is the first rule, that is netiquette rule number one regarding your profile picture. So in social media, your profile picture represent you, right? Most of the people take this quite non-seriously. So you have to place your picture, you have to represent your true profile. And suppose you do not want to share your identity, right? Then if you feel that it's not a place where you can put your identity, that means that this place is not right for you. That means you should leave that media right away. Understanding it, if you cannot put your picture on that media, put your real picture on the media, then that means you are not in a right place. So your profile picture should be yours only. Do not make use of unnecessary pictures like this. This is etiquette rule number one. Now rule number two talks about friend request. Friend requests should be sent to people whom you know on a personal level, right? Now, there are professional platforms also like LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a professional networking site. There you get, to connect with a lot of people. So there also, if you think that somebody is professionally connected with you, are working in the same sector, or you feel that this person will be good enough to create a good networking, go ahead. Because LinkedIn is not a place where you put your personal pictures or family pictures, right? It's a place where you talk about your professional whereabouts. But again, do not share all the details related with you, because you never know who's going to make use of that information against you, right? Use your personal social networks like Facebook, like Instagram, For friends you know on a personal basis, my sincere advice is don't connect with anybody whom you don't know on a personal basis, because I have seen a lot of students ending up, in a bad position, after trusting somebody whom they don't know. Right. So I would strongly recommend not to accept everybody's friend request and be very, very selective on the same. Understand that social media is a place where anybody can say a lie, and there's no point, there's no basis on which you can check. Etiquette rule number 3: over communicate. Don't over communicate. That means, see, I've seen a lot of Facebook users, right? They become very savvy. They protect their pictures by using privacy settings, right? And their friend settings to stop spam. Right. So if anyone is a spammer, believe me, that person knows how to invade your privacy settings also. Right. So if people have an ability to, to invade the privacy of government sites, you can very well understand what hackers and what spammers can do. Right. So there are a lot of chances that whatever content you are posting on social media, even if you are protecting it with a lot of privacy settings, then also that content can go to some people whom it is not meant for. Right. So don't over communicate, don't write your personal things, don't mention about your kids whereabouts, your spouse whereabouts, or your parents whereabouts. Suppose your father or your mother is in a very confidential role, or is serving, in a capacity that is highly very risk prone. So do not share, a lot of details about them. You never know, a simple post of yours can go against your parents, or somebody, or a close friend. Right. So don't over communicate, don't get swayed away in emotions, and start just writing everything. We have seen that people share pics and they tag their friends. Definitely social sites are a great place where you want to share your photos, right? But you never know whether your friend would like to be posted on that social media or not, whether your friend is interested in getting tagged or not. So remember, when you tag a picture, your friends and your friends network get an opportunity to see that picture, right? So please don't do like that without, without taking the permission of a person. Even if your best friend or your spouse, don't post their pictures on social media, right? Now, etiquette rule number 5 says wall post and private message. Have you ever read a post and thought to yourself, why did they post this for everyone to see? Isn't it? Remember that even with strict privacy settings, when your friends comment on or they like your post, their friends' network can see that post and its comments in their news feed. Right. So social media works on this. So while, posting anything on the social media, if you think that it is not meant for everyone to see, refrain yourself from posting that. Would anybody would like to share anything related with this point? I would appreciate, and I can take up a few, you know, live examples. Yes, Pallavi, no, none of the social media is without any error or fault. Many a times now, even on LinkedIn, there are fake employers. So you need to confirm the authenticity of the employer. Yes, Rohini, don't trust privacy options in social media, because there are a lot of cookies and a lot of things that are involved, which can capture your information. Okay, so somebody is saying it's been 3 years, I did not upload anything. Okay, great. It's not about, not uploading anything, but what I meant to say is don't upload any confidential information or personal information or your whereabouts. I've seen a lot of people, posting uh, family vacation to Paris for 10 days, bye bye India, right? And they're showing that the entire family is going to Paris. Right now, you yourself are, telling the entire world that my home is, locked. There's nobody out there. You can kindly come and take away all my belongings. Right. So now please don't do like this. You are sharing. So my daughter's first day to school, and you're mentioning the name of the school and you're posting the pic of your daughter. What are all these things, right? Be sensible that whatever information you are posting on the social media, it is going to everybody. Don't do that. Right. Very good point, Vishal. Privacy is just a myth. And if the day you enter social media, believe me, you are a people's person now. So whatever you are posting on social media, it is very much evident to everyone, right? So don't do that. People can see chatting another person. Yes, definitely. You can mirror anybody's WhatsApp and you can see what they're doing on WhatsApp as well, right? So don't share your personal information with strangers. Don't talk about your personal things, your family matters. Don't do all these things, right? Don't tell anybody about your location, your address, your college name, right? Don't get into all these things. Right. So I hope that this point is very clear to all of you now, that you need to protect yourself and your confidential information from social media. Now, etiquette rule number 6. Sorry. Don't use vulgar language. I'm sure that all of us are aware of this. We are sensitive enough to understand, right? Although there are a lot of posts on social media during the recent election, but still you will find that a lot many people talking bad, or making use of not good language against any party or any person, right? So don't make use of this. Social media is a platform definitely where you can raise your opinion, you can write down your opinion, you can raise your voice, but that does not guarantee you, or that does not give you a permission to talk bad against anybody. And please don't make use of, and you must have seen that a lot of people, they have got convicted by government and by officials, just because they have made use of social media platform and they have talked bad about the government or about any political leader or about any person, right? So remember, social media posts can go against you also, and in extreme cases you can get convicted as well. So if you want to avoid all these kind of things, please be very very cautious about what you are posting. Etiquette rule number 7, to be precise, netiquette rule number 7 is give credit, right? So definitely, we read and share a lot of great articles every day on social media account. Social media is something where you should promote all the good ideas that you see, all somebody's skills, somebody is good at something. Share about those things that even you like to read about and you like to study, and you want that others should also read it. They should also, there could be some good social media campaign also, where you are just trying to raise your voice about a social concern, anything that you would like to advocate, where you think that people should think about this, right? So, but the rule says that whenever you are sharing third party articles or blogs or posts, you should be sensitive enough to give the credit to the actual person who has written that, right? You can also give the link of that blog from where you got that. Don't copy somebody else's material and say that this is mine, right? That is the worst thing that you should do. And etiquette rule number 8, I have been telling you about this fact right from the very start of my classes, that there are three golden words or three magical words in the field of communication. Can anyone tell me what are the three magical words? I have been talking about these three magical words in my earlier classes also. I think you have got the idea by looking at the slide. Yes, students, what are the three magical words or the three golden words of communication? Okay, very good. But most of you are given me two. Okay, very good, Aniket. Very good, Rajvardhani. Very good, Harshita. Yes. So the three golden words of communication are very good, Shashank. Please, sorry, and thank you. Right? These are the three words which you should always, make use of while communicating. Right? Be courteous, be humble, right? Speaks about your personality. It sounds simple, right? But take the time to thank someone who comments on your post, share your content, or shares your feedback for Facebook photo. You would be surprised by the responses that a simple thank you can get, right? So you can always, extend your thank you or gratitude, right? But again, don't get swayed away by emotions, right? Don't start interacting your personal issues with the person that he or she gets an opportunity to invade your privacy. These are the things which you should definitely avoid, right? Students, is my audio clear to everybody, or are you facing any challenges? It's clear. All right. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Got the idea. All right. Right. So remember, this rule has to be followed with a lot of care as well. Definitely, it's good that you should say thank you, please, and sorry, but at the same time, be very, very cautious that nobody should, exploit you, or nobody should take the opportunity of this fact that you are a very humble and courteous person. Right, students? So that was about social media, some bare minimum. Now we are going to talk about all the do's and don'ts of social media. Clear? Let's start with this. Now, these are very, very simple points, and we have been discussing about this. Again, try to, revise all these points once again. Whenever you are on social media, refrain yourself from posting any confidential information. Don't mention about your contact number, your address, your bank details, your whereabouts, where is your father working or where's your spouse working. Please don't talk about all these private confidential information on social media, right? Don't post about illegal activities. Don't write anything, without giving it a thought. Remember, it's a social media, and anyone and everyone has an access to that. Anything which you are going to post on social media can be used as an evidence against you, and you can also get, convicted for the same if that thing is not legal, right? So before writing or before posting any comment or before sharing any video, be very, very cautious about it. Check your content before you post on social media. Remember, dear, social media is not a dustbin where you can come and you can throw all your negativities, right? Because, and especially during, emergency times, or during the times of pandemic, or when the nation is going through a social crisis, do not post such things where people get emotionally involved, and your simple post can raise agony, or that they start distrusting the government and all these things, because it's not going to work out in any ways. You must have heard a lot about, many states have faced so much of crisis. Moreover, it happens mostly in UP, and in those states where there is a good mix of people living, people of different culture. It's very easy to instigate them by writing a simple post on media. Nobody tries to go behind the authenticity, that whether that message that is published or posted on social media, how far it is true, right? And it becomes moreover a greater responsibility when you will be joining your organization. Believe me, I've seen a lot of people losing their jobs because of posting something on social media which they were not supposed to, or making fun of their bosses, or writing something even on WhatsApp in their personal friends group. They have written something against the boss, and somebody has used it against them, and they were kicked out of job. right? So please do take care of all these things. Don't trust anyone. So don't give any message in writing, especially if it's a negative one against anyone, right? Do use privacy settings and follow password recommendations. I know I said that privacy settings are can also be hacked, but definitely no, not everybody has that ability to hack the privacy settings, right? So please ensure that you make use of a very strong password, and you make use of proper privacy settings to secure your confidential information, or to secure your messages, or to secure your email or social media accounts. If you are using your social media account on somebody else's laptop or system, or you're using a platform where where other people's all others also have an access to that, ensure that you remove the history, right? Or you just log in from an incorrect password, so that it becomes difficult for the person who's going to sit after you to trace your password. You must have seen a lot of crime is happening now in the usage of ATM cards also, or in the usage of ATM pins, or people hack the phones also, right? They ask you simple questions and then they hack your phone, right? And they get all the confidential information related with your Google Pay or related with your net banking and all. So you need to be very, very conscious and cautious about what information you are providing to which person. And if you are not sure about who's that other person, do not provide any confidential information. Do not take any step in haste, especially when you are doing any online payment, right? So ensure that you are making use of privacy settings. Don't believe everything you read. Lot of information on social media is trimmed, or is fabricated. Most of it is fake news which are generally posted on social media to just as I said, to instigate people, or to raise their concern against a particular community, against government, so please read anything, apply your wisdom, and then come to a decision or a conclusion. Don't just get swayed away by any news that you see on social media, and then you start boasting of it that I know about it. Until unless you verify it from an authentic source, do not believe any news that you read on social media, right? So now I just want to quickly show you again certain do's and don'ts of social media, so that you can understand and we can quickly revise whatever we have done till now. Clear? students, a very important point which I want to make use of here is that as a student, all of you are so much tempted to invest a lot of time in social media. Right. I just want to hear from all of you now. How much time do you people invest in social media together? Let's say in a day, how many hours together? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. How many hours in a day you people are devoting on social media? I need an answer to this. Quickly, quickly. I need an answer quickly. Let me see. Okay. 2 hours, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 to 2 hour. I only have WhatsApp. 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, most probably at least an hour weekly once. Okay. Now be honest and tell me one thing. Have you people ever checked how many hours or how many minutes you are devoting to that? Let me tell you, social media usage is just like, a rabbit's hole. You don't want to enter into it, and once you enter it, I'm sure all of you must have read Alice in the Wonderland. Has everybody read that? Alice in the Wonderland? And have you seen how Alice, she was not willing to get inside that rabbit's burrow, but once she got there, she was all there in it, right? So this is how social media is also like, and you all are Alice. So once you enter that, social media wonderland, you don't want to come out of it, and then you don't even realize that where 3 to 4 hours go, right? So please restrict yourself. I know it's very difficult. Somebody just now said that social media is like an addiction. That is very true. You will not even realize that how many hours have you spent on that. And then you will come back stating that I was just going through the news and see, this is what I have got. Then keep in mind the point that I have said just now, that most of the news on social media are fake news. Don't trust that without verifying the authenticity of it. Right, because you never know, let's say you start on Facebook, right? Facebook, you find something good, right? Some good video. As you clicked on that video, you watched that video, you've completed that for, let's say, in 5 to 10 minutes, another video pops up and you find it also very interesting, and then you start watching that again. Now with the comments of somebody, you find, okay, this person, I think I know him, and then you start scrolling through the profile of that person. Right. So this is how, you tend to spend a lot of time on social media, and that is the most biggest, I don't have any other extreme word to make use of. So, it is the biggest distraction, I swear. And you know what, even sometimes, even I also wonder that had social media been there in my school days or college days, it would have been really very difficult for me also to concentrate. So, you know what, students, whenever I study or whenever I prepare for my sessions like this, I keep the social media away, and I don't even look at my WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, right? That is just a reason why, because, it's a distraction. And I know that if I'm going to even open it for once, it's going to eat my 15 to 20 minutes, right? So please understand these things, that these are very, very essentials, right? So I'll take up your questions, Bhavna and Sayali, but let me just complete a very small quiz that I have, prepared for all of you, so that we can understand that, how much social etiquette we have understood by far, and how are we going to make use of it. So the very first question says, regardless of how you have dash configured, unintended eyes can always view what you have posted on social media. Right. So I need an answer quickly. I don't want all the answers together, Harshita. You are right. Question number one, the answer is correct. Very good, students. Yes, that is the correct answer. All right. So the second question, your profile picture on social media sites should be, how do you think it should be? Imagine that my name is mentioned out there, Shivani Sharma, and the profile picture is of a pet. Although I don't have pet at home, but or something, or I'm going to put a picture of Harry Potter on my social media site. Are you going to like it? Definitely not, right? So a picture of you, definitely. Very good. All the students are giving correct answer. I'm amazed. Very nice. Question number 3 says, when posting something meant as a joke, you should, what you should do. Now, read this question very carefully. This is emphasizing the point that I have discussed just now. Whenever you are posting something which you think is a joke, what you should do? You should post it and hope that people understand that it was a joke, or you express it clearly that this was not, anything serious, you were just joking. Or option C, that that sarcasm and humor are part of the social media culture. That is, anything goes there and it's absolutely fine. All those who have written A, that is not right. Just now I have said that don't post anything on the social media which you do not intend to share, or which you assume that people will understand. Nobody is going to assume that. And as I said, just now, I know some of, government officers also, that they have posted against any government rule, or, any new policy by the government, and they have just posted it in a humorous way, and they got suspended because of that. Right. So this is something which is very important. So the correct answer for this question number 3 is option B. Express clearly that you are joking. I will take all the questions only after completing this quiz. So please hold on, park your questions. Right. Let me just complete this quiz. I'll take up all the questions. Sriram Pallavi, please wait, will come up to your question, right? I'll give you an answer to this. Right, students. So question number 4 says, if someone posts a comment which is directed at you, that is critical or argumentative, right? Suppose you have written something, or you have posted something on the wall, and there is some fellow who just pops in and says something that is very critical or that is argumentative. What should you do? Assume that they are looking for some flame throwing and jump right into defend your stance. Sometimes you will find that people indulge into all these things to to take that discussion or that argument ahead, which they just like attention gatherers kind of thing. Or option B, you're going to block them, take the discussion to a private place, or you will simply ignore them. Right. I have seen a lot of people responding as option C. I don't think that you should take that discussion to a private place. See, you have you ever seen Mr. Modi's philosophy? I like him as a lot, as an inspirational leader, as a strong leader, because he never indulges into all these things. When he's working. He doesn't give a damn to what people are saying, right? So definitely that is the option. If you think, try to ignore them, or you think that, that the person is becoming very personal, block them straight away. You don't even need to give it a second thought before that person causes any anything bad to you. Just simply block that person. Question number 5 says, best practice for online conversations. This is something which we have read earlier also. Whenever you are into online conversation, what are you going to do? Use all capital letters. We have talked about this, that in business communication we don't make use of all capital letters, because that gives an impression that the person is shouting. So we don't make use of capital letters. Never include emoticons, they are childish. Never say things or share information you would not say out loud in public. Very good. Unanimously, everybody has given answer C. Somebody has given for question number 5th answer as D. I cannot see any D option here that I have mentioned in question number 5. I don't know how you have seen that. So very good students. Yes, the correct answer is option C. I've already told you an example also, that if you are going to write anything against your boss, even on a personal WhatsApp group, that is also not required, right? That can go against you. Question number 6 says, in order to protect privacy and safety, you should use a pseudonym to protect your identity. How many of you are aware of this term pseudonym? What is pseudonym? Pseudonym means pen name, right? So pseudonym means, it used to happen that people, whenever they don't want to disclose their identity, they keep a pen name, right? So it has mostly happened, earlier, but now people want to write with their own names because they want to get that publicity. Earlier, they it used to be there. So are you going to make use of a pseudonym? Or option B, refrain from posting any information about where you are. Be cautious to not reveal personal and private details, especially concerning other people. And option D says, don't worry about this. Hackers and criminals don't use social media. Yes. So, what is the answer? Question number 6. In order to protect privacy and safety, what should you do? I think I've already talked about this question also. Be cautious to not reveal your personal and private details, and especially concerning other people. And by these other people, I mean your parents, your spouse, your siblings, your children, your teachers, and yourself, of course. Right? Don't share any personal information on social media. Social media is not for that. Right? So this brings us to the end of the session, and that was all what I had to say. I'm sure that all of you remember that if you want to connect with me, you have to write an email on feedback.mentorbuddy@gmail.com. And if you want to connect to the MentorBuddy team, you have to write an email on support@mentorbuddy.com. I'm sure all of you are receiving your e-certificates of these webinars. I would appreciate if you can upload those webinar certificates on LinkedIn and tag us on Quantum Learnings. You can access our course material on mentorbuddy.com and centerofexcellence.com, right? If you want to book and reserve your seat for the upcoming webinars, kindly visit www.centerofexcellence.com, right? I'll just show you how to visit that. So just visit centerofexcellence.com. Right. So if you will click on open, this is the web address, as you can see, centerofexcellence.com. And as you will open this, there are two options. Click on student login, enter your registered email with your college, right? That is your email, and your password is your registered mobile number. I'm sorry, I forgot my own password. Right. So you have to log in through your ID and password. I'm sorry, there's some issue. I'm not able to log in as of now. Right. The moment you will log in, you will find the dashboard. And on the dashboard towards the left hand side, you will find the technical resources and my webinars listed out there. From there, you can register and join the upcoming webinars. Right. On mentorbuddy.com, you can visit the website. There are a lot many free resources that are available for you. Soft skills tests are also available for you. I request all of you, those who have not submitted their resume on feedback@mentorbuddy.com, please share your resume with me so that please share your resume with me on feedback.mentorbuddy@gmail.com so that we can have a live session with all the students. Right? So that's it from my side. I'm open to any questions if you people have. Please share your questions. Okay, so those of you who are not receiving certificates, please write on support@mentorbuddy.com. Please write on support@mentorbuddy.com if you have not received your certificate. Yes, Syed Aman, you can log in to Center of Excellence by MentorBuddy ID only. The ID is the same. Pallavi, if you have not attended my session, I have already taken a session on resume writing, right? So not an issue if you have not attended that. Try to prepare a resume and share it with me on feedback@mentorbuddy.com. Uh, Deepthi, I am so sorry. If you could just give me some thread, what I was explaining, I'll be doing that again. Saurabh, please share your resume on feedback.mentorbuddy@gmail.com. Sanjana, I will not be doing resume writing totally again, but I will be doing a live session where I'll talk about resume writing again. Right? Uh, okay, Pallavi, you have registered yourself for machine learning course, but these soft skills sessions are provided to all the students because these are essential for everybody, isn't it? Don't you feel, Pallavi, that we all should know, the basic communication skills and it is going to be helpful for us in our professional life, isn't it? Those of you who are joining the session for the first time, you can connect with me on feedback.mentorbuddy@gmail.com. Our classes happens twice a week. Sunday class is 11 to 12 in the morning and Thursday class is 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. I'm planning to schedule a Zoom session very soon. We'll be doing that. So all of you who are interested in attending a Zoom session with me, that is going to be a live audio video session. Please do write to me on feedback.mentorbuddy@gmail.com and share your resume there. Yes, Shubham, Wikipedia can also have wrong information because anybody can amend that, right? So always try to check from 2, 3 different sources before you trust any information. The best way is to go to government sites for the same. Yes, Deepthi, I opened centerofexcellence.com. That is our website. So from there, you can register for our webinars. CENTER, Center of hyphen excellence, as you see on the screen also. Center of Excellence. Don't put www. Just type in centerofexcellence.com. For the certificate, please write to support@mentorbuddy.com. Right. And for connecting with me, please write on feedback.mentorbuddy@gmail.com. Shrikar Reddy, I took a class of resume writing long back. Yes, definitely, Shasha. A lot of scams has happened because of, people raising the fund during the pandemic. That is why I said that not all information on social media is authentic. So please use your sources to check the authenticity of information. Right. So this brings us to the end of the session. I hope that you all enjoyed the session today. Right. Thank you so much, students, for joining me. And I'm looking forward for the next session on Sunday. Very soon, we'll be sharing the information for the live session, right? Due to, unavailability of few of the technical resources. And, sometimes even I have other sessions lined up. So I'm not able to schedule a class. Very soon, I'll be scheduling a Zoom session, right? So thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed the session. Looking forward for your feedback. Please write for the feedback on feedback.mentorbuddy@gmail.com. Right? Thank you so much. Good night. See you again Sunday 11 to 12, right? Sunday 11 to 12 is the class and Thursday 7:30 to 8:30 in the evening. Thank you so much. Good night.